Hello, it's a Mighty Marvel Show, and I'm Paul, just dropping in with a little video. We've had the Hasbro Pulse Marvel Legends live stream today, Tuesday, December 6th, and it was very heavily X-Men oriented. Just a quick run through now of what we got. Started with the reveal of, well, it's a 3-pack reveal. We've seen a couple of the figures already. We got the reveal of Gambit recently. We got the reveal of Banshee, and then there's now the reveal of Psylocke in the yellow and blue suits, which is coming apart of that 3-pack. I've got to say, I like the look of the Psylocke. I think it's a really nice figure. I'm not going to be getting many of these. I like the X-Men, but I'm not the biggest fan. There's not many of the figures that were released today that I'm really that interested in, although it was good to see them and they look great. So there's quite a clean cut look on these figures. We've seen the Gambit, good to see it in hand. The Banshee looks really good in hand with some great head sculpts there from Paul Hardin, and like I say, I really do like the look of this Psylocke. I think that's a pretty cool looking figure with the double pins, double elbows on that new female build, so that looks very cool. They move straight on, followed up with another 3-pack reveal. Again, these are going up for pre-orders pretty soon as well, so keep an eye on sites for them. This was Storm, who we've already seen teased, and then dropped into that to finish off that X-Men 275 cover that we've seen before. You've got the Forge and you've got the Jubilee figure as well, and again they do look pretty cool. I do like the look of that Forge figure. I think it's a nice good sized body to it. I think it looks really cool. The leg weaponry there looks really quite smart, and the Jubilee looks quite cool as well, and I love that Storm figure. Again, I'm not going to be getting these, but I do think they look quite cool, and that suit is a really clean paint application, it looks like to me, on that. Then there is a figure that I am interested in. It has been leaked and we have seen some images of this already, so we knew it was coming, but this in-hand blob does look good. As they said in the live feed today, it's a little bit cellulite free over the last one, which is a real sort of gross, disgusting ice cream melted look to it. This one does look great. Dwight did show off a lot of articulation that comes with it. It does look a really clean move. Pinless, does look good. There seems to be some great articulation in it, so I am quite interested in that. I will be picking that up when that goes out for pre-order, and that goes out for pre-order later this week, so I am very interested in that one, and I will be getting it. They did put that in scale against the Gambit figure as well, so it does look really good. Couple of great head sculpts with that as well, and a couple of hands. I expect that to be expensive though, because it's going to be in that deluxe box, and I expect that to be pretty pricey from Hasbro, because most things they do these days, but I expect this one to be quite significantly pricey. There's a little look at the Outback Rogue figure. Again, it's a nice sculpt to it. The head sculpt looks great. I'm sure that's going to be very popular. There's a little break next from the X-Men. Talked about a couple of Spider-Man figures. I had one here that I'm very excited by, because I missed out on this figure before and I really do want it. It's Kraven the Hunter, just a digital render that we got for this one. Does look great. The color scheme though, very simplistic, very much out of the animated series range, so it does look good. I desperately wanted the one that came with the Kraven's Last Hunt, the comic accurate figure. That is just super expensive to get with a symbiote Spidey costume. Could have been possible to get hold of on the second-hand market. It's so expensive. Maybe come down in value when this one released, I don't know, but this does look good, so I will pick this Kraven up because I do want a Kraven for my Spidey Rose gallery. And then we got what's going to be a reissue, although it does look like it's going to be a new body with some new articulation. The paint app is good. It's the Gamerverse PlayStation Spider-Man figure with that white spider motif. This does look a very nice figure. I've actually got the Marvel Select version of this, and although it doesn't pose fantastically well, it is a really good figure, so I probably won't dive in and get this one. Took a bit of a break from the reveals as Dwight, Ryan and Dan did their picks of the year, their drafts, the 5 picks each. There was the their favourite comic figure of the year, their favourite builder figure, their favourite MCU figure, their favourite multi-pack, and then a wildcard version. I've got the images of their final picks here going across the screen, and there's a lot of good figures here that I do really agree with. Looking at Dwight's, that Captain America, absolute winner. The Venom and the Null 2-pack is great as well. I must admit that Gore figure is pretty underrated, I must say. I think it does look actually very good. I love the She-Hulk figure in Ryan's pick, and I do like the Infinity Ultron, but that's it. The it's only the She-Hulk there really that I'm a big fan of in Ryan's picks. And with Dan's picks, he went for the Renew Your Vows Spidey with toe articulation, as I would have expected. That Conchu builder figure is fantastic. It does look really good, so I'm completely behind that, and I do want to get that. I'm not going to pick up the whole wave, so I might pick that up as a pre-made builder figure on the second-hand market. And then an interesting one, the Symbiote Spider-Man. Totally agree with that, but if you watch my video of my top 10 legends of 2022, I kept that one out because it actually dropped in 2021, but annoyingly for me it dropped in 2021 after I'd already done my picks, so it sits nowhere. But that would have probably been in my pick, and it would have been my figure of the year. And obviously they discounted the HasLab Galactus for obvious reasons. It would have won completely. And then back to the reveals, then we got a wave of 7 X-Men figures. Now again, there's not many here that I'm interested in. There is some good looking figures, but there's none I'm really particularly keen to pick up. We got a look at Kid Omega. Looks a nice clean paint application. Not a big fan of the figure. Then we saw Fang, and that looks quite interesting. But again, I really love the Puma figure we've had before, and I love some of the Sabretooth figures, so I'm not going to be picking that one up. Then we saw Chamber, which looks very interesting type figure. Not really a fan of that character, so I won't be picking that one up. Monet looks a really good figure actually. That's a really great female build on that one. That looks really quite interesting. And then the Corsair figure, very popular character from the Starjammers. That does look a great figure. I do like the look of that. I really like the look of this Emma Frost figure that we saw afterwards. Bit concerned about those heels now, because those heels, because everyone knows trying to pose those Marvel Legends with the small heeled boots is very difficult for female characters, but this does look very nice, and I do like the head sculpt on that one as well, and the cape looks excellent. Really, really pleased with that. Then there is a fantastic new upgraded Cyclops figure. I've got to say that does look really, really cool. I am particularly tempted by that, and the gold piping looks excellent, and it is sculpted in, the guys confirmed, rather than painted on, so that does look really, really good, and I think that could be quite a promising figure. So that was the reveals of all the figures. There was a little tease at the end. You've got a golf club, which I don't know about. The Rose, it could be too on the nose for the Rose from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. There was some talk that actually could be the Michael Clark Duncan Kingpin from Daredevil run, but I would think that's a little bit left field. Some money would be on the Rose as part of Spider-Man's Gallery. And then you've got from the Starjammers, you've got Tude's little pet there as well. So I think that is probably likely to be the builder figure that they didn't show with the 7-figure wave of X-Men's there. So some interesting reveals. As I say, there's not a massive amount I'm interested. I will be picking that blob up though when that goes up for pre-order. I'm just a little bit nervous about the price, but not too much harm on my wallet done from Hasbro for this live stream. What about you? What happened to you? What are you buying? What are you interested in? What figures take your fancy there? Let me know. Drop it in the comments, and of course like and subscribe while you're there, and I will see you on another video. Bye for now.